Is this thing on? Yeah, okay, it is. I just like to say I've watched the ninth and final episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, and I just gotta say, it's not the graphics that get me, it's the way how everybody's speech is. It's just that everybody had a tragic past, and it's important how to get through it at times. But really, what I want to say is some aspects of this episode was too sad to just pass on like that. Like, I mean, Jax had a mother who she did care, but when she said those really insulting things to him, he accidentally caused her to, well, you consider yourself a bad person right there if you were in Jack's position after you push your own mother. Not to mention, combined with that, originally his father didn't want anything to do with him, but he was there. But as Jax put it, he was quote unquote what were there, but weren't at the same time. It really applies to real world parenting. I mean, you have a father that doesn't want anything to do with you, but was there at the time, but didn't want to be there at the same time, and you just you just start to just lose hope, feel small, feel disappointed at, feel unwanted, feel so, so, so useless. I don't know how anybody can go through with this. No, not through with that. How can anybody just, just deal with that? It's believable. Just straight believable. I don't know how. Just how. I don't I don't know. What all seems lost in hope. Don't forget, your friends are around you to comfort you. And the part that I liked the most was Jax, no, Pomni, hugging Jax when he was abstracting. He was so fond of himself, just, you know, just giving up on everything and just feeling like he's the one like that caused all of this, but really it wasn't. I mean, yeah, sure, you could blame the mother or father or both of them at this point, but to be honest, it was the father. I can tell he didn't wanted Jax or anything. Wait, I can't remember his real name because I easily forget stuff. But it's just I just don't know. Now, moving to the second thing I want to talk about, Kane. Kane, first off, when we saw him, he was like, we knew him as like the ringmaster of the world, and later on into the episode that we watched, he really showed his side that he kind of doesn't, he doesn't even listen at all. He only was infatuated with the real world outside. Well, no, not most of the time, but I guess that's what he's been doing. We've seen the photos of the real world, CNA. Then, in the 8th episode, wait, no, let me backtrack. And in some episodes, Kane really showed how aggressive he was. Like Zubo really was right about him, but I guess it did settle down. Kane said, Zubo, why do you always do this complaint? I never know what you want. Is what a real person would say when like they're busy with their own stuff and they're like interrupted somehow or softly, like even softly in a way that interrupts their privacy, or like no, not privacy, peace when they're doing something. It's just so relatable. Everything in the show is relatable. Everything's relatable. The show is relatable. I just I don't I just wow. And in the end, Kane finally realized that when you're in control of everything, and when you have people here who just don't, like, Kinger was the very first person to enter the digital circus. Kane is, after all, an AI, but an intelligent one at that. But enough of that. Let's get back on Kane. Kane really figured it out that if you're in control, there's more stuff that you have complicate if you're on your own. But then in the end, he chose the fact to let go of his friend, because actually, it was the one that made him like bad, I guess. But to be honest, I gotta say, this was so good at the end. Kane finally decided that he wanted to give them full freedom. And what do I mean by full freedom? I mean by he gave them in charge of this place. AI might be an AI, but you can't control a person if you're AI. You're programmed. You might be programmed to keep someone captive, but you can't take away somebody's freedom. And all the characters had to, except for Jax, had to show him that. In episode 8, King accidentally deleted King when him and, I guess, Bubble, because Bubble's face showed up on the computer monitor. And when King accidentally deleted King, he actually got transported to the void. But this ties back with the theory I made, not on video, but I'll tell you this right now. When King said in the first episode when he was talking to Bubble, he said that on his wacky watch, well, he said when he was looking at his wacky watch, oh no, someone's gone into the void, they'll get totally spoiled. And I guess what he means by spoiled is what I mean by deleted. Or something like, they'll notice the real world, and I don't want that to happen. This ties back into some theories that people made online. Some talk about how not Kinger. Kane. I keep forgetting. Kane is like the ringmaster and quickly forgets about anything they had. No, he doesn't. He basically just, if anyone has just want to see the real world. They completely get shunned out of it. End of story. Slowly or forcefully, through verbal attacks. Well, no, not attacks. Conversations, really. I mean, people abstracted in the first place. And with Pomni, she helped everything, along with Ragatha and everyone else. With Kinger involved, of course. Kinger, he might be an AI, but it's just that when you really when you really look at that human side of him, when he actually cares about, and he finally has the realization on his face, it's just so relatable. I just, wow. Glitch Productions, you've really stepped it up. I'm not done yet. I'm not. This is going on 15 minutes and 20 seconds long, or 19 seconds. I don't know how long the recording is. I don't care. I am ranting on. I do not care. I am ranting about this. People have to hear this, no matter what. Now, back to Kane. Kane finally came to terms with what he was doing, as I stated earlier, and he get them free will. And really something good about it is just when the credits roll, no, not that, before that. They're showing a shot with Pomni, and she looks up at the screen that we're watching in. She gives a wave. That lets us know that she can see us. No, wait, let me reiterate. We can see her, and she can see us. I cannot believe that we're not the only ones looking at them through a screen. It's just like when you're in a place like where you're like, you're being watched, but you care enough just like that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to make something relatable, but I can't think of anything. This show was this episode was just too good. It's too good to even talk about. I like this. I just wow. I might be one of the very first people to watch the final episode. I guess Glitch did say they were making 9 episodes, I guess, about the characters. But all I gotta say is everything had a bittersweet ending. Bittersweet meaning by Jax may have abstracted, but the darkness is calming him. He does feel sad about what he done, but at least he's doing at peace now. The sweet part is when Kane finally came to terms and gave them control of the circus, and they had to teach him, or let me guess, engage with him on teach him about like certain types of like things like drawing. There was cooking, there was storytelling, there was music, there was outdoor activities, and I guess so much more. I guess, of course, with the expansion of the world, he's I don't know where Bubble is, but he's just Bubble's probably that blue circle. You have to admit it's that blue circle. But before this recording ends, I would just like to say, Glitch Productions, thank you for all your hard work and making us for these people who are no longer trapped in here, but comes to have the term to accept that they're in here. They're not trapped. They're not trapped. They're living in here. They might be stuck in here for God knows how long, but Does it matter? No. You just have to come to terms with the fact of what you do. And it's just like in the real world. But anyways, Glitch Productions, thank you for all your hard work. Now, all I have to say is thank you for making this episode possible. Thank you.